Hey, this is Aya of the Dawn, and this is a special edition for just the kids. No parents. Absolutely none. Especially narcissists. Okay? We're tired of you. We're done with you. But as we all know, unfortunately, you're not done with us, and you're not done fucking with children. I'm sick and tired in my soul with seeing adults, grown ass people. I'm sorry, I know that you may not have developed past a certain stage, but you know better than to holler and scream and hit children the way you do, especially out in public. Now, I'm glad that you have done this in front of me so that I can personally get in that ass. And yes, getting that ass is what I do when I see people do that. I don't know karate, but I know is use a fool. And you know what? I feel like it's part of my responsibility, and I want to talk to the church. I want to talk to the high priest and high priestess of society, and the warriors, and the people that go like this when they see stuff being done to children in front of them. Don't do that. It's a simple entrance into break into their ambient field, just like they've broken into yours with all of that ignorance, and say there's no need to holler at a small child like that. They're defenseless against you. You know, there are other ways to handle this. You know, and the response that I get is, oh, you don't understand. I'm tired. It's been a long day. And I'm like, but that child is defenseless against you. That child it cannot fight you back. So why you're, taking it to a level of fighting a bear in the middle of the city, I don't know, And so I just wanted to tell the children, I love you. You are everything to me. And I don't even know you, but I know you're everything. I know that you're smart. I know that you're gifted. I know that you're beautiful. I know that you are full of light. I know that you're full of knowledge. I know that you have something special to offer. And it is here to change this world, and we need you. I need you. My 36-year-old ass can only do so much. And what I'm here to do is help you. I'm here to lay down some type of foundation to help the children come in and clean up shop. The divine feminine is here. The divine masculine is here. The divine feminine and masculine is knocking on all of our intuitive doors and letting us know to clean it up. Let it go. Whatever it is, whatever was in the past, let it go. And let's move on to a brighter day. And that's a day where all the spiritually gifted children, the X-Men, whatever you want to call it, the star children, the crystal children, the alien children, whatever you want to call them, what do you guys want to be called? You let me know. Who are you? I don't have any children. Like, physically, I have not given birth to anyone. So I don't have the pleasure of having that energy around me, but I can feel you, and I'm here for you. If you have narcissistic parents, they stress you out, don't they? They are hyperactive when it comes to sensing when you have a skittle of joy, you know. And so what I would like for you guys to do, stay in contact with your guardian angel. Don't ever stop talking to the spirit world. Don't ever stop meditating. That is what's going to carry you through. Don't let go of who you are. Don't let go of your inner authenticity. If you need to, energetically bend your energy so that you can survive in whatever means necessary, you are not wrong for that. And I know that the psyche tends to kind of kick yourself whenever you're not true to yourself. You know, we all have that thing inside of us. It's just kind of like, you a sellout. Well, what you should have did, you should have told her off, you know. But you know, from personal experience, after a while, you give up because it don't work. You know, with my narcissistic mother, I screamed, I hollered, I cried, I wrote letters, I begged, I pleaded for her to actually pay attention to who I was and not treat me kind of like a repeat of whatever issues were going on in her head. This is kind of like, and to actually let me be me and stop hating. Just stop hating, man. You know, your time's not over. See, the issue of narcissistic people is that they can only see so to the point of their nose. It's kind of like they can't see in the back, they can't see in the front, they can't see in the side. They're blind. Their blinders are always on, and they're one-track minded. So they're trying to fix something, and the way they're going about trying to fix their wounds is to make everyone else play out all the parts of them that they don't like. And so they're forcing this character on you. They're like, you're a bad person. You think you're all that. You are trying to steal my shine. You don't care about me. You're selfish. You don't care about nobody but yourself. You don't care about your brother and sister. They say really hurtful things that like make you go, am I selfish? And then when that questioning, that self-doubt comes in, then that inner voice starts getting a bit negative, and you end up being self-critical of yourself all the time, and then you get frozen and you can barely move, and you get stuck in your room and you don't want to try anymore. And you give up and you become depressed, and then they want to put you on pills, or they say that you're on drugs. I know the drill. I have been through it. I've been through the ringer. And if you want to get esoteric with it, I've been through this many, 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 many lifetimes over and over again, just so that I can have like a really deep understanding and get to the point to where I'm fed up about it, so that I have this pressure inside of me to help others, you know, to help other people rise above those issues and leave those issues and find out who they are on so many different levels, you know. And so I want to tell you, I'm down for you. I'm here with you. I am super available. You can go to my website and contact me if you just need like advice, because I'm like super good at like seeing things. You know, if anybody has ever got a reading from me, they'll tell you, look at my reviews. I see clear into things, and I know you do too. But when you're in a situation and the person is just combating you, and you know they're just kind of like on your ass, and they have an answer for everything you feel, it's like your feelings are always wrong. That's basically what I'm trying to say. And you don't have anybody to talk to because they didn't already told everybody, oh, Rebecca is crazy, or she's arrogant and she thinks she's all that. She's a problem child, basically. Oh, I try with Dan, and he's just, I can't get through to him. I don't know what's wrong with him. And then you start acting out and kind of proving them right. But you're acting out because it's kind of like your boundaries are like freaking like, you're just kind of like, you know? It's not an act now. It's just kind of like a bull in a china. You become like enraged. When you're enraged, it doesn't mean you're evil. It means your boundaries have been broken. And rage is always right. And so I just want you guys to continue to be smart. Use your intelligence. Go into the spirit world with it. Ask for help. Don't ever. The thing is, it's interesting about this spiritual realm. They tell us, especially in a Western world, basically that as a child, you're powerless, and that you have to ask your parents for everything, right? And you don't get a say in nothing, and you're voiceless, right? And you look to them for protection. You look to them for encouragement. You look to your parents for resources. You look to your parents for this and that. You have to ask permission for everything. You're basically like a child slave. It's kind of like slavery. And you're on a leash, and you're a puppet as well. And you get told what to do, where to go, what to say, what not to say, how to act, what not to act, what to eat, what not to eat, how your parents want to look in public. You have to project an image. Or on the other spectrum, and also you have to hide any abuse that you're experiencing, whether that be mental, physical, sexual, spiritual. Any like awful looks, you're narcissistic because they gave you the nastiest looks. I don't even want to repeat them because they're just awful, And I know this, I've experienced this, like I said before. And it can get really bad. And then some days are super good. And sometimes are really nice to you. And you don't know what you're going to get when you step through the door. So you dread coming home. You don't want to ever come home. What do? Oh my gosh. I am so sorry. Come to my channel. I want to be talking to you. Why? Because I like you. And I'm going to keep things super lighthearted because I've cried and I've cried and I've cried and I've cried. And you can't change people. You're not going to change them. I have been no contact from my in-mom. I'm 36, and I've been no contact from my in-mom since I was 28. I have not said a word to her. And I learned from listening to other people that have gone through this experience, don't ever go back once you leave. Because they always try to make it seem like they've changed. They haven't changed. And if they have, that is their prerogative. I left the house when I was 18, and that's how I did it. My sister, she would run away all the time because she saw what I went through, just being gracious. I'm like so gracious. I don't really like fighting. I just don't see the point of it. Like, I don't really have I have Mars in the 12th house. And so I'm not really here to be like hiya, except if I'm like doing self-defense or something. But I question my anger before I let it out. I at least express it now, but when I was growing up, I would get in trouble for expressing it after a while, And narcissistic people don't ever want you to express your anger because then they have to respect your boundaries. And so then if they can put it in your head that you're wrong for expressing your discomfort or anger, or like you have it like, oh, you're just being sensitive or whatever, and they can stop you from doing it, then it's easier for them to penetrate and kind of close down your soul life. The thing that narcissistic people are trying to do, in case you didn't know it, if you don't know it yet, they're trying to stop your connection to your soul life so that you can be a carbon copy of them. Whoa. I just felt something interesting. So you can be a carbon copy of a soulless being like they are, and then they prance around you like they have a soul, like they kind of like steal your identity, you know? And it's interesting. Let me tell you what's going on since I've been in no contact with my in-mother. She is now not able to, at first, it's like a switch or something went off. She's back to how she was. Like she's living in her own narcissism. I basically gave her energy back to her. She needs to work it out. I took my soul back. I got my soul back. And I started living my truths. It's basically like the Wizard of Oz, the Wicked Witch of the West. You know, you figure out your power and that, hey, you know, I can live in my power, and I'm going to live in my power, and you don't let that go, and you protect your space, and you hold yourself down. You have your own back regardless. This is kind of like the Wicked Witch of the West telling Dorothy she's evil, and then Dorothy being like, I'm evil, and so then she doesn't fight back, and then the Wicked Witch of the West would have won, you know. But if you want to win, because it's normal, and I say this with quotation points because it's really, it's not going to be like this forever. I was going to say it's not supposed to be this way, but apparently this is what it is taking for our universe to evolve, our realm to evolve. We have had to go through these things, and it's coming to an end, and it's going to end with you. And so I just really wanted to encourage you, and I wanted to inspire you, and I want to tell you that you can reach out to me anytime. I love you guys. This is A of the Dawn. Have a good day. Bye.